19th of March, a lovely bright Sunday, and the Blackrock College team arrive. Simon Rogan, the fullback, Frank Kineen, Andrew O'Neill, Michael Harty and Noel Ross, the three-quarters, Niall Heffernan, Bobby O'Gorman, the halves. Niall Treston, Jeff McAvoy and Conor Bent, the front row, Andrew Martin and Garrett Quinn, the second row, Conor Maguire, James Hayden, number 8, and Neil Coughlin, the captain, is at number 7. The reserves are Philip Brereton, Ronan Kane, Ian Walsh, Richard Drew, Maurice Gillen and Cormac Carty. Thank you very much. Alan McGinty arriving, and some more of the Rock team arriving with Father Joe Goff. Alan McGinty and Joe Goff, their coach and trainer. Well, the Terenure supporters greeted the Rock team with the Dead March, which was well sung. I'm sure Rock weren't at all impressed, nor did they mind. But here come the Terenure team. They're arriving from both ends of the ground, and in they go to the changing room to leave their gear and get ready for the walkabout. While the Blackrock team are already out in the sunshine, the Terenure squad march down the touchline. Their full-back is Jonathan Tracy. The three-quarters are Simon Coleman, Robbie Thornton, Mark O'Kelly and Andrew Long. Mark Phillips and Donal Mahoney are the halves. Terenure are doing a circle of the pitch, and Owen Coyle, David Gyrey, their captain, is hooker. Joe Flannery, the other member of the front row. Phelan McKenna, Brian McGee, Stephen Quinn, Jamie Jenkinson and Stephen Moore. And the reserves, J.P. Doyle, John Coffey, Brendan Kennedy, Patrick Smith, Jonathan Foley, Conor Fitzpatrick and Neil Mitchell. Here's the referee, Jerry Marr, a teacher in Cistercian College, Roscrea. And the Rock walkabout over as they now prepare to go out to the back pitch for the warm-up. Father Joe Goff has been through this many times before. And here are some members of the senior team who were successful 2 days ago wearing the famous shirts. Meanwhile, Terenure know they have a big obstacle to overcome today as they try to get the better of Blackrock once again in a final. Their record against Blackrock has been very good in the junior finals. Well, there's a lot of work to be done before the off, isn't there? Tom Harty, anxious parent, as his son plays in the centre today for Blackrock. And the Terenure supporters filling up their end of the lower west stand. David Egan is head of flowers. And now it's time for everybody to settle down and enjoy the action. And here come Terenure, led by David Gyrey, their captain, followed by Jonathan Tracy, Brian McGee. Number 1 is Owen Coyle. Number 9, Donal Mahoney. And now we wait for the arrival of the Blackrock team. And they'll be led by Neil Coughlin, their captain. Father Joe Goff at the top of the steps. Alan McGinty. Their work is now done. It's up to the players, and here they come. Big day. Neil Coughlin, Alan McGinty just giving them all a little bit of encouragement as out they come. Number 13 is Andrew O'Neill. 4, Andrew Martin. 6, Conor Maguire. 5, Garrett Quinn. 9, Bobby O'Gorman. 15, Simon Rogan. Last to get in, the hooker, is Jeff McAvoy. The rest are there as well: Frank Kineen, Andrew O'Neill, Michael Harty, Noel Ross. All very familiar names to people who've played for Blackrock. And the Terenure side are still in their huddle on the far side of the field. They've been there since they went out onto the pitch just ahead of Blackrock a few moments ago. Also very familiar names, their right winger Simon Coleman, son of David Coleman, of course, lauded. David, very familiar name for Terenure, played in the second row. There's also a Flannery, of course, there's always a Flannery for Terenure. And there is a Thornton, and he's Ned's son. He's playing in the centre, wearing 13 today. And another big day for another man here, the referee, Jerry Marr. He's an English and history teacher from Cistercian College in Roscrea. This is his first schools final. He's been teaching in Roscrea since the 70s. He's still there. And a big day for him as he gets the honour of refereeing his first final at Lansdowne Road. He also referees the AIL Division 3. And he's looking forward to this big day. Well, we're all set now, ready to go. Referee Jerry Marr asking both sides if they're ready, blows his whistle, and we're underway. And it's Mark Phillips getting us underway. Unfortunately, the day is holding and taken straight away by Stephen Quinn. Broken down just outside the Blackrock 22, and it's back to Phillips. An awkward bouncing ball for Simon Rogan. Full-back doing well with his first touch of the ball. Not going into touch. Down to Jonathan Tracy. And the knock-on's given. First scrum of the match will be to Blackrock over in the sunshine. The two centres for Terenure, Thornton and O'Kelly. Andrew Long was on the left wing. The halves are Mark Phillips and Donald Mahoney. Front row, Owen Coyle, the captain David Gyrey, and Joe Flannery. And then the second row is Phelan McKenna and Brian McGee. The back row, Stephen Quinn, Stephen Moore, the wing forwards, and Jamie Jenkinson, the number 8. Another knock on. Another scrum over in the sunshine. Simon Rogan is the full back for Blackrock. Then Frank Kineen on the right wing. Member of the junior relay team which won the Leinsters last year. The two centres, Andrew O'Neill and Michael Harty. Michael, the son of Tom, very familiar figure, and Noel Ross. And now the ball being swung across out to Kineen. Kineen rounding his man, Andrew Long, up to the 10-metre mark, making a lot of ground, trying to keep the ball in play, and just puts his foot in touch. The Blackrock halves are Niall Heffernan and Bobby O'Gorman. Came on for Brereton when he broke his ankle in November. The front row, Niall Treston, Jeff McAvoy, one of the two vice-captains, and Conor Bent. Second row is Andrew Martin and Garrett Quinn, the other vice-captain. And then the back row, Conor Maguire wearing 6, Neil Coughlin wears 7, and James Hayden is the number 8. First line out of the match, good jump, and the referee says too good a jump, getting a bit of a lift, free kick Blackrock. Out comes O'Gorman. Didn't like it, didn't take it from the mark, scrum Terenure. Number 3 for Blackrock, Conor Bent from Goatstown, son of a doctor. Jeff McAvoy, the hooker, was a sub 94. He's from Carlow, and I think probably the only non-Dublin man on the team. Most of the Blackrock boys come from the locality or thereabouts. Now, Donald Mahoney puts in, it's a good heel, but good spoiling too by Bobby O'Gorman. Phillips did well to get a kick in. That's an awkward one. And Terenure did well to try and keep the ball in play there. Robbie Thornton, the man, booted on. The referee said it was knocked on. Scrum halfway. Three minutes of the match gone. Hopefully the weather, which has been in and out, will stay the way it is for the next hour. O'Gorman, Heffernan. It's a very good kick, and it bounced well for him. The breeze in this first half is probably favouring Blackrock, although it's blowing left to right across the posts diagonally as they look down at the Lansdowne Road end. Number 7 at the back is the Blackrock captain, Neil Coughlin. And Stephen Moore is marking him for Terenure. Terenure killing the heel, Blackrock's possession, and Terenure not letting it come. We'll see what happens here. Simon Rogan. He's not going to have a shot at goal anyway from this distance, but he should be able to kick his forwards up inside the Terenure 22. And that's what he's done. He's kicked very well indeed. He's brought them to less than 10 metres from the Terenure line. And they go. Ball now with Jeff McAvoy. See where the number 9 is standing at the moment. Bobby O'Gorman is actually in the line out, second man from the back. Interesting juxtaposition. That means that James Hayden is actually playing scrum half. The obvious ploy is that he would take the burst and see if he could make the line, and he's almost there. Well, the try has been given. A great charge, a great burst, a great drive by Blackrock, and the try comes after just 5 minutes of the first half. And a super move. Very interesting to see the way the number 9, Bobby O'Gorman, stood in the line out. James Hayden was the man to take the ball through, and eventually the try scored by Neil Coughlin, the captain, and that's certainly going to give Blackrock a great start. Now the conversion to come. It'll be a good kick. Away it goes. It's just fading across to the right, and Simon Rogan now knows that he's got to try and gauge the wind as best he can. It'll be an early little tester for him. So Blackrock now with the first try after just 5 minutes. Phillips once more to restart. Straight down to Jeff McAvoy on the Blackrock 10-metre mark, picked up by Quinn. Quinn running cross rather than upfield, and the ball going forward. Referee waiting for advantage to Blackrock, and they have it. It's certainly there for O'Gorman. Certainly gave his out half plenty of time that time. Nice kick. It's a difficult one. It's going to go all the way into touch, and it's a big kick. Not much that Andrew Long can do about that. So here's David Gyrey. He's got to lift his side now. He's the captain. Rather diminutive looking Donald Mahoney at scrum half. Durable sort of a little fellow though. What a day it is for these boys. Blackrock pushed through the line, and Terenure get the penalty. Every schoolboy's dream plays rugby to come to Lansdowne Road and play in a final, and if possible win a medal. And it doesn't go to too many schools. These two schools have been in the final several times. Of course, Blackrock have won the Junior Cup 37 times, which is an incredible number of times. They first won it in 1910, which was a year after the competition was first played. They last won it in 1993, and of course they were in the final last year, 94, and they lost an absolute thriller to Belvedere. Rockhav, O'Gorman, Heffernan, it's out to Harty. And a diagonal kick once again, bringing play upfield a bit and closer to the opposition line. Terenure, for their part, have been in the final on 15 previous occasions. They've won the cup 8 times. Their first win was in 1955, and their last win was in 1989 when they beat Clongrose. And all their other victories, all other 7 times they've won the cup, they've beaten Blackrock. Back it comes to Mahoney, and Mahoney does what a scrum half is expected to do in those circumstances, and does it very well. Clears the danger zone. Well, the crowd certainly not as big as for the Senior Cup final on Patrick's Day, but nonetheless, they're all making plenty of noise. Number 6 for Blackrock is Conor Maguire. He's also a very good soccer player. Now they've got to retire 10 while Terenure get a free kick. Phillips put one up in the air. Good ball and well taken by Noel Ross from Stillorgan. 3 older brothers played for Blackrock in their time. Owen, Steve and Gary. And there's a real tester. And well taken indeed by Jonathan Tracy. And there the referee not giving him any advantage. It was touch and go as to whether he actually had carried it over his 22 and into 22, in which case, of course, he's not allowed to kick the ball directly to touch. And the referee said he did. So it's advantage Blackrock on the attack once more. 10 minutes of the match gone. Blackrock lead by the try scored by Neil Coughlin after 5 minutes. And a very good catch indeed by Andrew Martin. It wasn't straight. Martin normally jumps at 2 in the line. Number 5, Garrett Quinn, 6'1", he normally jumps at 4. Now Mahoney putting in. Gowrie healing. And I think the scrum half slipped as he was picking that ball up, and Blackrock have turned it over. It's there. But just as it always happens, as the ball squirts out, the referee's whistle goes. Scrum to the defending side. Donald Mahoney. Quick look to see where his number 8 is, where his out half is. It is between the feet of Jamie Jenkinson and Mahoney again. Under a lot of pressure there from scrum half and wing forward. Did well. Bobby O'Gorman. And I think Neil Coughlin were paying him close attention. Number 5 is Garrett Quinn. Number 4, Andrew Martin. Number 6 for Terenure is Stephen Quinn. And Phelan McKenna there as well. And a penalty against Terenure for being offside. Within 10 metres of the line out. That's something, of course, the 3/4 have to watch very carefully because it's so easy to transgress. And this now must be an easy chance for Blackrock to increase their lead. Simon Rogan is a big full-back, tall young man. He had a conversion attempt from near the touchline after 5 minutes now. On the same side of the field, his first penalty attempt, penalty shot at goal. Looks good. Flags go up. Blackrock increase their lead after 13 minutes of the match. It's now Blackrock 8, Terenure yet to score. The breeze is certainly favouring Blackrock. The pack are playing very well at the moment, and these early stages, Terenure quite on the defensive. Once again, kick out goes straight to James Hayden. As the referee looking at a little bit of accidental offside, in which case it should be a free kick, but it's a scrum. Scrum to Terenure, number 6, Stephen Quinn. Scrum looks pretty low. J.B. Jenkinson, who should get over, and this time Bobby O'Gorman ran too fast and offside, penalty to Terenure. Now, little conference as to what to do, but they're not going to try a shot goal from here. Mark Phillips is going to try and push Terenure up near the Blackrock line, brings them to within 15 metres. It's their best position since the match started. Number 1 for Terenure's own Coiler as he's known. Behind him, the red hair of Brian McGee. And then number 3, Joe Flannery. Gowrie throws. Certainly there was a lot of shoving and pushing in that one. But Coughlin nails his man, and O'Gorman pushes Terenure back. Well taken by Tracy. Good kick. Players all over the place here. And an excellent piece of sidestepping and running by Jeff McAvoy there. Up to halfway. Nice ruck ball by Blackrock. Out to Cunneen. And that's just too far. The idea was right because he sort of felt that Tracy, the full-back, might just as well have been upfield and caught out of position. So it's Mark Phillips once more. McAvoy watching. Number 1 is Niall Treston. Number 3 for Blackrock, Conor Bent. O'Gorman can see it. Coughlin has. Goes back in looking for support. And there it is again. A feature of Blackrock's play has been their rucking. It's been very, very good indeed throughout the season. Treston now making the second drive up. And O'Gorman can leave it there for Heffernan. Across the line, Harty to Rogan, making that extra man. But unfortunately, he couldn't hold it, and it'll be a scrum to Terenure. So far, after just over a quarter of an hour of the match, Blackrock certainly have been the dominating team. They've rucked well, and Terenure haven't really settled yet. Mahoney puts in. This time the Blackrock front row are penalised for bringing down the scrum, and is free. Phillips. Tricky ball. And Blackrock offside. Well, the early match nerves probably just about disappeared. And Phillips not finding touch. Down it comes. Well caught by Jenkinson. He didn't knock it on. And a clever kick. Very clever kick indeed. Had to play it, of course. Didn't want to give the ball away. And that was a very useful kick from Terenure. Two wing forwards for Blackrock. Number 6, Conor Maguire from Stillorgan. And this captain, number 7. The pass there intercepted by Stephen Moore. Blackrock full of running and full of confidence. Whereas Terenure really have yet to try and really get into this match. If they could string 1 or 2 good movements together, to give them a lot of confidence to get right back into it. Mahoney waits, Jenkinson holds, and that's just too far. Mahoney certainly getting a lot of attention from Neil Coughlin, who's putting all the pressure that he can. He's doing exactly what a wing forward should do, try and get to the scrum half as quickly as possible. His father, of course, Malachi Coughlin, will be well known to many people who played rugby. I think Captain Hugh Bridge at UCD in his time. Up goes Martin. Andrew Martin, that is. Heffernan, skip 1 move. Over to Cunneen. Cunneen ducking back inside, looking for the support from his pack. But always together, the Blackrock unit. They play very much as a unit, and they can see it. O'Gorman opting to go left, which is where Heffernan called it, and Mark Phillips couldn't get to it. And once again, a very useful kick indeed. Tracy in trouble. Now, Blackrock looking for this fast ball, and it looks as if it's coming on the Blackrock side. It's there for O'Gorman. Out to McAvoy. And Bent couldn't hold it. So it'll be relief for Terenure as they have the put into the scrum. Just over 10 minutes to go. Normal time at the end of this first half. 8-0 Blackrock lead. Try after 5 minutes to Neil Coughlin, the captain, and a penalty after 13 to Simon Morgan. Once again, Tracy catches as Rogan comes to him. That's the most he can do under the circumstances. When you're getting the ball going backwards, always seems to put you under more pressure. Getting the ball going forwards, you seem to have an awful lot more time to play with it. Certainly this Blackrock junior team have had a very impressive season. They've scored over 900 points. They've actually played 25 matches and haven't been beaten yet. They've only drawn 2 and they've won the other 23. The 2 they drew were against Templeogue and Presentation Brothers in Cork. Always a tough school to beat. Terenure were desperately hoping they could get a score before half-time. Send them with the breeze in the second half. Once again, Mahoney gets awkward ball and does the best he can. The meeting between the centres for Blackrock, Andrew O'Neill and Michael Harty. Andrew O'Neill got 2 tries against Belvedere and Templeogue. Number 13 he's wearing today. Michael Harty wearing 12. We'll have the line out again, says referee Jerry Parr. Once again, it'll be McAvoy to throw. Right on Terenure's 22. Up goes Quinn. Happy. The ball came back cleanly. I think he saw knock on. But it's a scrum to Terenure. And fortunately the weather's holding, and by the looks of things it may very well just hold for this match. Mahoney once more, Gyrey healing, Jenkinson holding. And once again Bobby O'Gorman too anxious. Just a little bit previous, as they say, and offside. Terenure would be very pleased to get a penalty out of that. And this time Mark Phillips finds a good touch up near halfway. But too many times in the half when Terenure have been inside Blackrock territory. And they've got the advantage of the line-out throw after the penalty. Number 6 for Terenure, Stephen Quinn. See where their jumpers are now. Phelan McKenna 4, Brian McGee 5. See Jamie Jenkinson up there in the middle of the line. And Rock have. And out it comes. It's a good, hefty, right-footed kick. Hit his leg, I think. Up comes Heffernan. The referee says, yes, that's all that happened, no knock on. But a very good boot into the box by Bobby O'Gorman. Blackrock are using the conditions very well. With the breeze, carry the ball downfield. So they've pretty well been camped down inside Terenure's 22 and on that side of the field for most of the match. This time the referee saw Blackrock joining from the side. And that, of course, these days is offside. Phillips again. Well, he's certainly getting plenty of kicking practice for that touchline. But over in the east stand, anxious parents from both sides who have decided to forsake the noise of the west stand, at least get the advantage of the sunshine. Now, Terenure throw. Gyrey, their captain. And Rock have robbed it. clean ball. Gorman to Heffernan, Harty, lovely little loop move from Heffernan, who's been helped a good bit by Alan McGowan. Gorman thinks he sees it again, and there it is, back once more. Out to McAvoy, and Conor Maguire just couldn't hold it at the last moment. Well, they've obviously got several moves planned, come off the wing forwards, second phase, leaving the hooker and Conor Maguire, number 6, out to create extra men on the far side. Just 5 minutes of normal time left in the half. Juniors play 30 minutes, the seniors play 35 per half. Mahoney, slowish ball to Mark Phillips. He did well once again. Coughlin coming to him, but it's so difficult getting the ball under pressure like that to make headway. Just looking there at Andrew Long out the left wing for Terenure. He's not getting much of a look in. Over the back, taken by Coughlin. And good feed again. Heffernan getting plenty of good ball today from his scrum half, and in turn getting it from his forwards. And once again, Terenure have to defend desperately. Down the narrow side goes McAvoy, and it's into Noel Ross. Ross heading to the line. Ross is there. Oh, terrific try. Great, strong running by the winger. That was a super try. Well, he really got the ball in his hands. McAvoy gave him the end pass, and Noel Ross made all the running himself. He had about 15 metres to go. There was a lot of opponents standing in his way, and when the opposition were there, he just burst his way through. A great winger's try. And I know there'll certainly be some parents, particularly the Ross household, who'll be very happy with that. So 2 tries to Blackrock in that left corner. So for the second time, Simon Rogan has a chance to kick the conversion. He should have the feel for it now. There it goes. Try to draw it in this time. Difficult kick for a 15-year-old from way out there in these very tricky conditions with the breeze blowing all over the place. That's a substantial lead now for Blackrock, and it's about what they're worth because they've been down in Terenure territory all the half, 13 points to 0, and we've a couple of minutes left before the half-time whistle. I think Terenure will be hoping that Mark Phillips doesn't kick the ball too far away this time. It's a long run for his forwards to get up, and that was an easy take for James Hayden. And Heffernan under a little bit of pressure there from Mahoney. And I think Terenure are going to have to try and put as much pressure as they can on that Blackrock out half. He's getting great possession and is doing very well. Gyrey to throw. Owen Coyle at the front. And Joe Flannery, number 3, just in front of Brian McGee. Crooked throw. Scrum to Blackrock, 15 metres out from the touchline. On rocks 22. I think it's only about the 3rd time that Terenure have been up here in the match. O'Gorman, once again, using the conditions, and well taken, Jonathan Tracy. This is his first season. And a good run too. Up says the referee, we won't let anything develop there. I think he had decided that the ball had no chance of coming out, so he couldn't penalise Terenure. He's giving them the advantage. Mahoney once again. Jenkinson makes the break. It's a tricky enough little kick. Ross takes, back to Rogan. And Rogan, plenty of time, used it well. Nice striker of the ball, which is Terenure back into their own half. Less than half a minute to go of normal time, and I don't think we have any stoppages, so the referee won't be adding on too much time. Blackrock 13, Terenure 0. 2 good tries and a penalty. Gyrey to throw again. It's not straight. The referee says it was knocked on anyway. He's giving an advantage to Terenure unless they can get possession here. Looks as if they have. Mahoney. Phillips, first time they've let the ball out. A lovely run. That's super running. Blackrock regained possession. And that really was a terrific run by Robbie Thornton. His dad, Ned, would have been proud of that. But Blackrock have turned it over. And that's a good kick because, of course, Jonathan Tracy's upfield and out of possession. Out of position, has to go back a long way. Doesn't know what's coming behind him. But he did well. Nice, cool take, cool handling, and good touch find. And the referee just plays a few seconds of extra time. The ball goes out of play. It's half-time. Blackrock are ahead by 13 points to 0. Well, the Blackrock party must be pretty pleased with themselves. That's a good lead, 13 points to 0 at half-time. Saw the Joe Goff out there, Alan McGinty, their trainers, will be saying keep it going. They'll probably have to change tactics in the second half. And meanwhile, Terenure, with Porrick Ford, Tommy Darcy, Colin Morgan and Jerry Walsh, will be asking for a special effort from their team in the next 30 minutes. So off we go once again. Second half underway. Blackrock to kick off. And Terenure clearly indicating their intention straight away. Once again, it's out to Thornton. Very strong runner, making loads of headway, and Coleman now has it. Coleman almost up to the Blackrock 22. Fierce start, feverish start by Terenure. Blackrock really back on their heels. That was an electrifying start, right from the kick-off. Terenure counter-attacked. They had the chance to kick to touch, opted instead to run, open it up, and they certainly showed Robbie Thornton that they can make a lot of headway very quickly. Great run. Simon Coleman then taking it on. And this is the first kickable opportunity that Terenure have had. And once again, the crowd go silent, both schools. Jonathan Tracy. What a boost this would be for Terenure if he could make it just to the left, just to the left. And the chance of getting on the board is going to have to wait for Terenure. Blackrock just breathe a little sigh of relief. So it's still 13-0. Heffernan restarts. Like Alan McGowan, left foot kicker. Blackrock trying to make headway, and Terenure have robbed, and now it's their turn to push up to the 22, and Mahoney would love to have extra ball here. Terenure really try to lay it back, and it's there. Now Phillips, Thornton, past Tracy, not going to hand. Mark O'Kelly there in the centre, number 12 as well. Mahoney wants it again. A little diagonal kick, and that to the try scorer, Noel Ross. Through Mahoney's tackle, stopped eventually by Stephen Moore. Conor Maguire helps to get it back to Michael Harty. And this is a good patch of play by Terenure. And a very good run by Andrew Long, who got nothing at all to do in the first half, and he manages to get it back into Tracy. They're up to the 22, and they've certainly taken the fight to Blackrock in this early part of the second half. That's very good play by Terenure. It's been open play throughout, and they've kept it going. Phillips looking for the little half gap, sealed off, and well sealed off, but this time Blackrock centres offside. And once again, a penalty chance for Terenure. Now this is an easier position than the last one. It was a good bit further out, and I half wondered if he mightn't just try and kick his side up into the corner. The captain, David Gyrey, wanted a shot at goal. And now he's got an idea of the conditions. Very blustery still. Breeze blowing left to right as he looks at the posts. Donald Mahoney is going to have to hold it for him. Jonathan Tracy. Here he goes. Little low trajectory, and this time he gets it. Well, I wondered if it had the height for a while, but it certainly had the height and the distance, and Terenure are on the board after 4 minutes of the second half. It's now Blackrock 13, Terenure 3. And it's Heffernan once again to restart. Young man from Glenageary, good middle distance runner. Blackrock tried to get the ball back, and they have. Robbed it from Terenure. Heffernan out to Harty. Good cross field. Back goes Tracy. And a good relieving kick, bringing play outside his own 22. So it'll be a Blackrock line out. Number 1 is Niall Treston. Number 5, Garrett Quinn, just behind him. And then Conor Bent, and behind him is Andrew Martin. And it's Hayden, Maguire, and Coughlin. Scrum to Terenure. Coughlin ready to go on the narrow side if the ball comes his way. Trying to get to the out half and putting pressure on Phillips, and Phillips did well to get his kick in. I think Terenure would like slightly quicker ball back to the out half because Coughlin's very fast off the mark. Two-man line out. Treston's there playing scrum half for Rock. McAvoy to throw. Nice take. That was Martin, the taker, back to help. And McAvoy trying the narrow side, and that was well sealed off by Stephen Quinn. Now can Rock get the ball back, and they're laying it back beautifully. That's super rocking. Very good feed indeed. O'Gorman to Heffernan, still on his feet. Wrestled back through the hands of James Hayden. O'Gorman once again, this time to Harty. A testing ball as Thornton comes up, but the ball was knocked forward, and it'll be Rock's advantage. And certainly the early attack from Terenure has been repulsed. Blackrock inside Terenure territory up to the 22. Good back row move. Coughlin on the way. Coughlin's going to score a second try. Oh, lovely move. 8-7, super move. And there was a big hole up the side there, and Coughlin gets his second try of the match. Well, he got the first, playing a captain's part, and now after 7 minutes he gets his second, and it's worth looking at again. Lovely move, pre-planned move, picked up by the number 8 James Hayden. He made a little bit of ground, and there was the very fast wing forward Neil Coughlin galloping his way through. And once he broke the cover, he really just had to run the last 15 metres to get in, but it was a very good try. So they've scored 3 good tries now, Blackrock, and the conversion to come from Simon Logan. Absolute silence for the kicker. No pressure on him, strikes the ball very well. It's just gone to the right of the posts, just taken away in the end by that very stiff breeze. And even though that wasn't a difficult kick, he had it on target all the way. The breeze did a lot of damage. Blackrock 18, Terenure 3. 8 minutes of the second half gone. Mark Phillips restarting. In from Harty to Heffernan. And Rock really on the move now with 3 men and Thornton in possession. Just kicked forward there a little bit by Jamie Jenkinson. And that's hanging awkwardly in the air, and there's nothing much that Simon Coleman can do about it. He had to seek the safety of the touchline there because he had no idea who was coming at him. We have to hold up for a moment because Niall Treston is hurt. Well, Treston is all right. Captain of the under-13 side. And he's also been helped by no less than Nick Popplewell in his preparation for this. He is number 1, taking his place in the line-out. And that's certainly robbed by Terenure. Blackrock offside. So the very good take by Phelan McKenna yields a penalty for Terenure. Mark Phillips with the kick, getting elevation and a good trajectory and bringing play inside the Blackrock half. Once again, David Gyrey with the kick. The man with the bandage, his own coil at the front for Terenure. Ryan McGee behind him. Will have to get up to the mark. And Joe Flannery behind him. Then Phelan McKenna. Stephen Quinn just not quite able to hold on to that, and it's Rock possession. Definitely Stephen Moore was fringing on the offside there, knew he was very close to it, but he wasn't getting in the way of the play, so the referee let it go. O'Gorman, tricky one for Coleman. Coleman just looking for a little bit of open country, finding the Blackrock cover there, but Mahoney can see it. It's there for him. Comes out via Stephen Quinn. And Phillips tried to go outside his opposite number, Heffernan. And Blackrock deemed to have knocked it on. $18 points to 3. It's a good lead at this stage of the match. 12 minutes of the second half gone. And a penalty against Blackrock, this time for offside. They were around too fast. And Blackrock just about getting back 10 as Terenure know they have to run it. Well, one Blackrock player certainly didn't buy the dummy. Terenure held up, and once again, Blackrock this time killing the heel. Phillips now with the kick, and he's going to use the breeze to push his side up the touchline. Just outside the 22, gets the advantage, of course, of the line-out throw as well. Gyrey prepared to take the quick one, but the line-out hasn't formed. Wasn't taken from the correct place either. Two-man line. Had Blackrock spoil, with Garrett Quinn just getting a hand to it. Good feed. Straight back to Conor Maguire, who makes the initial thrust to Bobby O'Gorman, and Blackrock have gained acres of ground. Back goes Jonathan Tracy, has to keep it in play. Posting one. Down it comes to Rogan. I don't think that's quite what Rogan meant, but Blackrock are offside and they didn't retire. So Conor Maguire tried to stand still, but of course you actually have to keep going back. So we're really back to where we were a moment ago, with a quarter of an hour almost of the second half gone. Phillips, this time, just putting up the Gary O. Two Blackrock players, always likely to happen in this situation, unable to hear the shout. And Terenure now inside Blackrock's 22. haven't been there too often in this match. Let's see if they can get the ball back this time, but it looks as if it's coming back on the Blackrock side. Seems to be there for O'Gorman. And it is. The ball half blocked, and nothing Coleman can do except watch it into touch. That was good defensive play by Blackrock. They were under pressure there. Good pass, good ruck, good kick. Now just 15 minutes of normal time left. Blackrock 18-3 ahead. Just the one score from Terenure was a penalty in the first minute of the second half. Jonathan Tracy, the kicker. Gyrey throwing once more. Very good two-handed take, and now Coyle wants to wrestle it away, and he has it. Out to Quinn. Still haven't gained the gain line though. Blackrock cover is there. Now Mahoney out to Jenkinson. Jenkinson half through the cover. Once again, Garrett Quinn stops the drive. And what's going to happen here? It's a scrum. Wasn't sure there for a moment if the referee was penalising Terenure for not releasing after the tackle. But it's the use it or lose it rule. He's applying. Blackrock scrum. Just outside their 22. This time it's Terenure's turn to get the 8-man shove on, disrupt the heel just slightly. And Heffernan's kick, well held, Coleman. Runs straight into the tackle. The tackler did well. And the referee very wise to blow that quickly because there was nothing coming, nothing happening. And a very good tackle there by Niall Heffernan. Now Mahoney putting in. Jenkinson number 8. Quinn taps. And O'Gorman spoils. The referee wonders, was there a knock on there? There's no doubt that Bobby O'Gorman is very close to being offside. He's fringing, but the referee decides he's legal. And it's O'Gorman's turn to put in. In it goes. Channel 2 ball. O'Gorman, Heffernan, the skip one move. Out to O'Neill. Sharp long blast on the whistle there as Terenure didn't stay on their feet. It's a difficult kick. Rogan into the breeze. A great take by Tracy. Back to Rogan. Safety first. Into the sunshine. And I think the match is going to be played out in good weather. Sharp contrast to the seniors final, which must have come very close to being abandoned for a while. Just over 12 minutes left in the match. Blackrock still comfortably ahead by 18 points to 3. Terenure are going to have to up the pace a bit if they're going to crack this Blackrock defence. Number 7 is Stephen Moore. Stephen Moore's father played for the JCT. When his father played, actually, they drew in every round of the campaign before finally getting through, and then they were beaten in the final of the replay by Blackrock. So there's Thornton stopping in midfield. Once again, the Blackrock drive, very concerted, very organised, and O'Mahony can see it. He tries to find a little gap. That says the referee is going nowhere, so it'll be a Terenure scrum. Again, Blackrock took it in. Donald Mahoney. Again, his father is a well-known Terenure former player. Also a former scrum half, Michael Mahoney. Came very close to getting a cap for Ireland in the 70s. Penalty to Terenure. Jenkinson on the burst. Up to the 22. Needs support now if Terenure to capitalise on this, and there is left back. And now it's Mahoney. Mahoney on the diagonal run outside to Phillips. There's no way through there. Coleman was covered, his winger. He did well to hang on, but now he needs support. Terenure lining up. The Blackrock defence seems to be there. Mahoney has it. Cross the line to O'Kelly. Cross the line to Jenkinson. Now there's a 2 against 1 here. And Tracy just tackled short, and a penalty against Blackrock. But Terenure will probably have to run it. They're running out of time if they're going to score. See what happens. David Gyrey is calling the shots, and he is going to take, I think, the quick penalty. Yes, tap penalty. There it is. We're 5 metres away. And a penalty against Blackrock, against Terenure. And that's a chance missed and wasted by Terenure. So a chance lost then for Terenure with just under 10 minutes left in the match. And they're now carrying the game to Blackrock, so it's anxious times all round. Blackrock still, though, with a comfortable 15-point lead. So it means really that Terenure have to score 3 times. Floater towards the middle. Blackrock once again driving out of danger. The work of the pack has been exemplary in this way. And a great charge down by Stephen Moore. Now he can get over the line. Is he over the line? No, he knocked it on over the line. Tragedy for Terenure after a wonderful charge down by Stephen Moore. Well, he did almost everything right there. He was up to block the kick. It was anybody's ball. It was a really difficult one. He just couldn't hold it and knocked it on over the line. Scrum to Blackrock, and this time Terenure do manage to get at Bobby O'Gorman. And Blackrock offside once again now. A chance for Terenure to run the penalty, and this time they don't want to give another penalty away. 7 minutes left in the match. Moves that they would have practiced and they could do with their eyes closed. When they have to put them into operation on the day, they're a different matter. There it is, second phase. Phillips cross to O'Kelly, to Thornton. Thornton stopped 5 metres out. This is where Blackrock's defence needs to come into operation, and Terenure driving them back up towards the line. Terenure forcing their way up to the line. Great heave of bodies over. The referee will hardly decide that that's a try. He'll have to give the scrum to Terenure, 5 metres, and I don't think he could be blamed for that. He couldn't see. That was a terrific drive by Terenure. They've been so close in the last couple of minutes. And bruised bodies needing attention. Niall Treston is one. Both Blackrock men. Time for Terenure to have a meeting. They really want to get on with this stage, and Terenure will probably be feeling that they could do without this hold-up. But it's a stoppage for an injury, and unfortunately the man would definitely be in the way of the play. Now, these last 5 minutes have been a tremendous performance from Terenure. Blackrock defence only just holding out. So, a very anxious time. They do have that tremendous cushion of a 15-point advantage. Well, now Cheston, one of the men, hurt. Both players ready to go. 5 metre scrum to Terenure. Just over 5 minutes of normal time left. Mahoney puts in, Jenkinson waits, Mahoney waits. Phillips. And the skip move to Mark O'Kelly, 2 men taken. 5 metres out from the Blackrock line. Terenure looking for second phase. The referee calls them up and gives the scrum to Terenure once again under the Blackrock posts. Terenure deserve a try for the way they've been playing in the last 10 minutes. They need to hold possession here, and they have. There's the feed, and there's O'Gorman and Coughlin together. Maguire there as well, trying to hold up Terenure. Mahoney can see it for Terenure, and it's there going left. The cover is once again there. This time it's out to Long. Long trying to go around his man, and a great tackle from Frank Kineen. Forces his man into touch and keeps Blackrock's line intact. Terenure supporters away to our right, down on the Blackrock goal line. While Blackrock up the other end, near the Lansdowne tea room. Here comes the throw. Not far from Blackrock's line, but once again a superb drive by the Blackrock pack. And this time Terenure offside. Hard to stay onside when you're being driven back like that. And that's great relief and great play by the Blackrock defence. Into the last 5 minutes of normal time now. Everybody here knows that there isn't much time left. Just wonder if there is enough time for Terenure to come back, or will Blackrock keep their line intact? It's a tremendous achievement for this team to go through an entire season without losing a single match. The seniors have already won the cup for the 61st time. And all the seniors are here today wearing their shirts, hoping that their younger brothers can do the same as they did. Now Terenure have again. They've got tremendous possession in the last little while. O'Kelly chips through. It's probably too far. Back goes Andrew O'Neill. Triple jumper to touchdown for the 22 dropout. Referee Jerry Mann has a quick look at his watch. There were a couple of stoppages in this half. 3 minutes of normal time left. Niall Heffernan restarts. Terenure have, and they try a single drive. Just get the ball out anywhere at all. And out it comes to Mark O'Kelly, but there's accidental offside there, and it'll be a scrum to rock. And a further stoppage, this time to a Terenure player. Tired legs out there. Difficult for them to try and keep it going. Over a minute left of normal time, but there will be some time to be added on for stoppages because we've had a couple of stops in this half. It's turned out to be a very good afternoon for football, but there is a strong breeze there still favouring Terenure this half. And Blackrock penalised for boring. Terenure badly need to take a quick penalty here. Phillips once again. Just losing the ball in midfield, the ball going forward, and we're now into the last minute of normal time. O'Gorman to put in. Heffernan trying to kick it over Coleman's head, this time kicking it right into his hand. He's got Tracy with him if he can make the move. Two men taken, Ross takes his man, the ball going loose. It's a very good tackle indeed, and Coleman stopped. So there's been some very good defending by Blackrock in this half. Terenure have tried really hard to breach that Blackrock defence. Once again, this move of 8 and 7 takes them up the narrow side, and if they hold on possession, that's as good as score for Blackrock at this stage. Very good drive by the pack. They've really played very well. It's terrific to watch. And this is Coleman, and taken eventually by Jonathan Tracy, straight down to Rogan, and that's fine. Into touch. We've played half a minute now of injury time. We'll probably have another minute or so, as the referee just has another quick look at his watch. Gyrey to throw. Coyle at the front. And there's a good take by Jenkinson at the back. Still Terenure keep going right to the end, and a penalty against Blackrock. Yes, Blackrock player went down immediately there to kill the heel. And a penalty at this stage, of course. Kickable one is no good to Terenure. And Gyrey calling up Phillips to kick for touch. And that's what he's done. Finds touch inside the 22, right in front of where the Terenure supporters are. The two schools actually have met in 13 finals. So, free kick to Terenure. Mahoney, Phillips, last chance to score. And the ball not going to Robbie Thornton's hand. The scrum to Blackrock, but they have possession, they have the advantage. And there's a kick and a charge down. Thornton trying to charge down, into touch it goes. And Marco Kelly just covering over. Well, we've had just 2 minutes of injury time now, so this must be one of the last chances that Terenure will get to score. They certainly deserve a try for the way they've attacked. Blackrock will be very keen not to have their line crossed. Now, is the room up the narrow side if they want to use it? They've men over in the centre, they've overlaps. They've taken Phelan McKenna out into the three-quarters, and there it is. Phillips on the skip one, move to Thornton. Out to Tracy now. Here's the 2-to-1 situation here, and they've brought Coleman around the outside, and outside to Andrew Long as well, and Blackrock look to have weathered the danger, and they have. It's over. Blackrock College have won the Junior Cup for the 38th time in all, and once again, not for the first time, the Blackrock seniors and juniors have done the double. Now, after 14 matches, in the final, 14 times they've met, they have now won 7 apiece, Blackrock, Terenure. 3 very good tries to Blackrock, 2 by Neil Coughlin, the captain, and 1 by Noel Ross on the left wing. And a penalty by Simon Rogan, and 1 penalty only by Jonathan Tracy for Terenure. So the final score, Blackrock 18, Terenure 3.
Simon Coleman. Robbie Thornton. Mark O'Kelly. Andrew Long. Mark Phillips. Donal Mahoney. Owen Coyle. Joe Flannery. Phelan McKenna. Brian McGee. Stephen Quinn. Stephen Moore. Jamie Jenkinson. John Paul Doyle. John Coffey. Brandon Kennedy. Patrick Smith. Jonathan Foley. Conor Fitzpatrick. Neil Mitchell. The captain, Dave Gyrey.
Okay, Dave.
Now Mrs. Coughlin will present the winners and runners-up, the winners' medal. Simon Rogan. Frank Caneen. Andrew O'Neill. Michael Hirty. Noel Ross. Neil Heffernan. Bobby O'Gorman. Neil Treston. Jeff McAvoy. Connor Bent. Andrew Martin. Garrett Quinn. Conor McGuire. James Hayden. Philip Brereton. Ronan Kane. Ian Walsh. David O'Brien. Richard Drew. Morris Gillen. Cormac Carty. Captain Neil Coughlin. Now, Mr. Coughlin has a few things to say here.
Well, firstly, on behalf of Blackrock College, I'm very grateful to receive this trophy. And I'd also like to thank my team who played so well today, and also the whole squad, and also the 2 injured players who couldn't play today due to injury. And then to my opponents, Terenure, who played so well today as well. And to the Leinster branch, who make this competition so great. And to all the referees who refed during the competition, and especially Mr. Moore, the referee today. And then to my coaches who have trained so hard during the year. Father Goff, Mr. Turlock O'Brien, and especially Mr. McGinty. But not forgetting all the parents and cheerleaders who have supported us through the campaign. And finally, 3 cheers for Terenure. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Jean-Paul